What is up, you guys? Steve here and welcome to another video. Well, you guys, it is one of my favorite times of the year. Here in Eastern Washington, spring turkey is now open and me and my friend Samong are going to be joining for our annual spring turkey hunt. It is one of my favorite activities every spring. It is something I look very much forward to. Today we're going to be hiking into some backcountry. We're going to be spending the next 3 days back there camping in the woods and hunting some turkeys. You guys come along. All right, you guys, we are off. We got a few miles to hike in and then we'll reconnect with you guys. All right, you guys, we made it up a first ridge. So I think we're gonna try and rip a call right here and see if we hear any turkeys, just for funsies. All right, now some of you guys that watch my channel, I know you guys are not necessarily hunters and you might not have never turkey hunted before. So what we mean by calling is, you guys just saw me do that little call, is we're basically making hand sounds, which would be a female turkey. The reason we're making those sounds is because we're trying to attract the male turkey. For ethical reasons, as well as Washington hunting laws, we are not going to harvest a female turkey. We're going to let them live on and reproduce and live their happy lives. Now, if we can get a male turkey close, which we refer to as a tom or a gobbler, we're going to take it and harvest it and eat it. So by making those hen calls, also known as mating calls, because it is breeding time of the year for them, we're trying to attract the bird to us. What we're waiting for is a gobble to go. We'll show it to you guys hopefully later in the video, way out there, that lets us pinpoint the bird and hopefully go after it. So that's what we're trying to do. So what you just watched Samong do there is yelp. It's basically he's calling. A lot of turkey hunters will refer to it as yelping, and he's waiting for a response. I hope that helps. As you guys can see, there's plenty of snow still in the mountains. We definitely had a very snowy year this year, but for hunting purposes, we're going to try and stick to the sides of the mountain that are not snowy, which are usually southern sides, because turkeys don't like snow, at least from my experience. Right, guys, we decided to call this spot right here home. Mostly because you guys can see around me, everything is very well snowed in, except for this little dry spot. Another cool thing, there's actually a creek right in here, which is nice to camp right next to water, just for convenient purposes. That way we can filtrate our water we're going to be drinking, as well as wash our hands and whatnot, and he's just convenient. So let's do it. Let's set up camp. Honestly, just due to all the snow around here, we really had to improvise and put a tent in this spot. Would it be my ideal camping spot in the summer? Probably not, but it's going to fit our needs for sleeping purposes. That's the majority of the time we're going to spend in the tent's going to be sleeping, because during the day we're going to be out and about anyway, so this will do the job just fine. It's dry, it's flat, that's all we need. Being said, the ground around is very rocky, so we have to improvise a little bit and use some rocks instead of stakes just to kind of pull the tent tight, but nevertheless, it made it work. Right, here's our little setup for the night, you guys. So Mom will be sleeping right here, and I'll be sleeping right here. It ain't much, but it's gonna get the job done. Tent's all set up. We had a quick little snack. We're gonna go up that ridge behind us. That's where we heard some of those turkeys earlier. So you guys, we came from over this ridge that I'm looking at that way, and then the turkeys are actually behind us. So we're gonna camp here at the bottom. We obviously don't want to be camping right where we're hunting. We want to be a little distance away from them. So we're gonna work our way up that way, go back to the southern side where there's nice sun and no snow, and hopefully the turkeys are still there. Well, you guys, we just started walking, and this spot right here behind me is a little deja vu. You guys are not new to the channel. Remember last year's turkey hunt? I shot my turkey right here. I was here last year at the same time. It was no snow out here, and this year is definitely snowy. All right, you guys, up the mountain we go. So once again, you guys, we got up high. As you guys can see, there's all these ridges. We came up on the ridge, and we're yelping down into the valleys. We know the turkeys were on this road. We're seeing a lot of turkey sign. There's feathers and tracks everywhere. We're just gonna keep slowly creeping our way up this road. That's the road the turkeys were walking, and we're gonna keep yelping. While we're over here talking and walking, all of a sudden a turkey gobbles like 100 yards in front of us. I actually saw him. It's two strutted toms. Long story short, we did spook those birds, but they didn't spook very bad. We're basically walking up a road. Then all of a sudden, right in front of like 100 yards, I see a strutted out tom. Samong saw him actually go up that hillside, but he was still strutted, like the hands went up and he just kind of followed them. I don't think he really knows what it is, so we're just gonna stay put here. Hopefully they kind of come back down to the road. We're gonna give it like 20 minutes and call again and just see what happens. We can always loop around them. It's my turn to go up there now. I'm gonna put the camera away for this, I think. Alright guys, we're all set up. We're just gonna give those birds some time and see if they come back to the road and kind of relax. What's even worse about this situation is this is the same flock of turkeys that gave us the slip last year. It's gonna be 2 years in a row they outsmart us, but that's how it is. They win, we lose. You guys can see the decoys down here. We're about 30 yards up a mountainside at a 90-degree angles to it. So we're hoping as the birds come, they'll be looking at the decoy, not us. We can shoot them from up top. Not ideal setup, but that's the best we have in this situation. Oh, did that rip? No, it didn't. It keeps falling over. Well, these birds are gone with that kind of calling. So Samong's reed keeps flipping up. So this guy saw me use a scratch pad. He uses a mouth call. Well, he's having some technical difficulties with it, so if there was any chance of getting those turkeys back, there isn't now. What's happening, bud?
Everything that's going wrong is going wrong.
Just how it goes sometimes. those birds that we literally hiked across the valley for definitely gave us the slip based on the very, very rookie move that we did, but that's how hunting goes. You make mistakes. We sure make plenty of them. That's how you learn. So in all reality, we should have called way before we did. Well, we didn't even call, we just ran into them. We should have called as we were working our way this way, but what do you do now? Gotta put some miles in these boots and go find a new flock. While we do that, we might try and loop around, because they went up this mountain. We might try to go away, like one way a bit, cut up, try to cut them off. Low probability, but we might get lucky. Did you hear that one?
Yes. I think he's on the road.
So we hiked up this road another quarter mile or so. We just spotted a tom in that valley below us with our binos. He's all strutted out, but he's not talking back. Maybe that's the problem today. The birds just aren't talking, but we're trying to figure out how we can make a move on him. Right, you guys, we can't hear him, but we do believe there's two birds coming up silent in that valley below us. We could see them with their binos, and as we yelped, they were coming up. There's two more gobbling way that way, so hopefully one of them shows up. No, I don't have a clear shot. Alright, you guys, I want to start this day with the moral of the story. 30 minutes ago, I was talking to you guys 100 yards up the road because we're not hearing any turkeys and we were getting played by a flock of turkeys. Fast forward 30 minutes, I got a turkey laying behind me and this whole day just changed. We put the decoy out and we just hunkered down here for about 30 minutes and we weren't hearing nothing. Meanwhile, another tom starts firing off to our left. And we do believe he might be slowly working his way over here. All of a sudden, there's a sound these birds make when they fluff up. They'll kind of drum and spit and drag their feathers on the sand. You can hear it. We started hearing that sound right below us, but we couldn't see him. And there's actually a tree here in front of me. I'll replay the footage here for you guys so you guys can see it. Like 7 yards in front of me, I see a red head pop up. And it's a turkey. Like, I couldn't believe my eyes. I was just chilling here. So I'm trying to get the camera on him for you guys. And at first I thought Samong was going to shoot him with his bow. But he kept asking me if I'm going to shoot it. So I figured he probably doesn't have a shot. So I'm trying to get the camera on the bird for you guys. Then he goes to the right side of the tree. So I move the camera again. Then he goes back left. So we're playing this game of cat and mouse. Finally, I just stayed right. I figured eventually he'd probably pop back out. And he did, and you guys saw the rest is history. So the reason we're still whispering and we're not down there celebrating, taking pictures of the bird, is because we still think the other tom's coming in. He's still gobbling, he's still fired up, so we're gonna give it another half an hour. See if we can get 2 tags filled. I know that was a lot of talking, but that's what happened. Alright guys, that Tom I just talked about doesn't seem too interested. He's kind of hung up way back that way, so I think we're gonna take some pictures of this turkey, honestly. I don't have to whisper anymore, I guess. We're gonna get this turkey tagged. We're gonna put him away. We might make a move on that, basically move closer and try to make another game plan. Right, you guys, here it is. It's not an old bird. We're probably guesstimating it's about a 2-year-old Tom. He's still a Tom though, he's not a Jake. He's just a young bird. He's gonna be very tasty tonight. He's a absolutely gorgeous bird. I'm super thankful for him, for Mother Nature, and for this guy for feeding us tonight. So we're gonna make a fire after we get back to camp tonight. We're gonna make a wonderful dinner out of this guy. I'm excited. Right guys, another thing I want to talk about is the shotgun. It's my first time hunting with it. Samong was nice enough to let me hunt with it. It is a shotgun by Rite. It's got a pistol grip on here, as you guys can see. Definitely a bit of a different setup than my traditional 12 gauge, my 870 Remington that I've hunted for the last decade. This is semi-automatic. It's got a red dot on it. It is the newer style turkey gun, which I don't know what I think about it yet. I mean, I've only been walking around with it for just today, but so far, not a single bad thing to say about it. Another interesting thing about the shotgun is this is actually a 20 gauge. Like everybody else, majority of the people in the turkey world, I've been used to hunting with the 12 gauge. I've always hunted with the 12 gauge. 20 gauge becoming this new thing on the market. You're hearing about it more and more. So I kind of wanted to see for myself what's the whole 20 gauge talk all about. That being said, is 20 gauge sufficient to kill a turkey? Absolutely. The first turkey ever killed with a short barrel single shot 20 gauge, so they'll definitely take the birds. I kind of wanted to come out here after hunting for a few years with the 12 gauge just to kind of compare them. So I'm super thankful Samong's letting me take it on this hunt. So far, he dropped this bird no problem, but this shot was literally under 10 yards. So I don't know if that's a good assessment. Hopefully we get to use it again a little further out.
Should we take a photo of us together?
Thank you again, Ross from Crazy Elk, for these super handy tag wallets. That's what I'm going to use to attach my tag to this turkey. You guys can see it comes with zip ties, and they are reusable because I put the same tag wallet on a turkey a couple miles from here last year. As you guys can see, nice and secure. It's not going to go anywhere. I think I'm just gonna sit here while you guys and just enjoy this beautiful scenery in front of me. We're gonna have ourselves a little snack, rehydrate a little bit. Another reason we want to stay up high here is because as these turkeys fly up into the trees, that's where they will sleep. Turkey hunters will refer to that as roosting. We can hear them. We know where they're at tonight. That means tomorrow when they fly down, we can kind of have an idea where they're at. But forget the turkeys for a minute. I'm just gonna enjoy these mountains. It's the real reason we're out here, let's be honest. One of the cool things you experience, especially in this part of the woods, when you're sitting on the edge of these canyons like this, with these valleys in front of you, you can kind of hear wind coming way far away. And then eventually it gets to you and it hits you. And I don't know, it just brings back a lot of memories from being out here. It's kind of like a deja vu feeling. Something very little and something that's very hard to describe on video for you guys, but I'm sure those of you that enjoy the great outdoors have those little moments that mean a lot to you. For some reason they just make you feel happy and at peace. That's what I feel right now. It just reminds me of spring turkey hunting. Another cool thing about being out here, you guys, especially one of the reasons I like quote-unquote backcountry hunting, is once you hike in here and you set up that little tent and that tiny little piece of tarp, it makes you feel like that little corner is your home now. And then I have a fairly stressful job, you could say, and just life in general. When you're not here, it can get to you. It's stressful. There's a lot of noise, distractions, obligations. When you're out here, it's back down to just your basic necessities, and that's food, finding a nice cold creek to drink from, enjoying this beautiful mountain air, enjoying the wildlife, hearing the woods come alive with spring. It's just very special. It almost feels like time just slows down a little bit and you just connect more. You become one with nature. You can't, at least I can't replicate that experience car camping. I do it a lot. I really enjoy it. I enjoy taking a camper out with my family, doing that type of camping, but out here in the woods, way out here, it's just different. It hits different. I like to do both. There's a time and a place for everything, right? Well, we enjoyed a beautiful evening here on this canyon. That being said, it is 4:30 now. The sun's starting to head down. We got quite a little bit of a trek back to camp, so we're going to start on that. At this point in the day, we're probably not getting a realistic shot at a turkey anyway, so we have a few birds located for tomorrow. Plan is to get back to camp, make a little campfire, relax, cook some dinner. That's in my pack right now. Samong's got a plan apparently, so I'm going to go with his plan. And the final couple steps before we get to camp, you guys, we're back in the snow, and that means camp is closed. Just like that, we're back at our little tent. Let's start cooking some dinner. We're starving. First we gotta make a fire though, and get firewood, and get water, and do some camp chores. That's how it goes out here. Guys, I'm just going on a super quick wood duty to find some wood. I saw a dead tree down here earlier when we left camp. Everything at camp's really wet, so I'm gonna cut up this, and obviously I don't want to cut a live tree, so I'm gonna cut up this dead tree. We can burn that tonight. So ideally I'm looking for something that's down and dead and dry, but it's not like all the way down on the ground covered in snow. If that makes any sense. That's kind of got some support still. Or if you can find a dead tree standing up, that's perfect, but I don't see any around close to us here. This thing is so dead, they have to cut it. It came out on its own. It just unrooted. This will burn good. And I'll show you guys how I filter water out here for drinking. So I use this little filter. It's called Sawyer Squeeze. It's like 30 bucks on Amazon. And it comes with these little containers. So what you do is you find a water source, you fill this up, then you attach the filter to it, and then you squeeze. Simple as that. Before you dip it in the water, it helps if you expand it. It just fills up better. And you just get it in there. Alright, now that we got these bad boys full of water, what you do is you attach the filter to it. And as the name suggests, you just squeeze. And just like that, you guys, we got ourselves 2 liters of crystal clear ice cold water. Simple as that. It's delicious too. So what we did, you guys, is we made some skewers. We're gonna make kind of like, so we're gonna barbecue our turkey we harvested today over the fire. Then we're gonna make sandwiches out of it, is the idea. It's all Samong's master plan. I'm just here to enjoy the meal.
You can always move the coal base around so they can cook.
That's true. Right, you guys, we took them caveman style. Let's have a bite. Dude, the marinade's money.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
This is so good, you guys. After a long day of hiking, just hits the spot, let me tell you. So good.
All right, so Steve tried this right off of the stick. How many did you eat? 3?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was hungry.
So Steve's already ate 3. He said it's really good. This was my first time doing this marinade, so I have no idea how it tastes like. So turkey breast. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
That marinade's pretty good. It's got a little bit of zestiness from the lemon. It's got just enough salt and pepper. I'm proud of myself.
We took it one step farther, made some sandwiches out of it. You guys can see. Uh-oh, I think I got charcoal on my face. Oh well, we're in the woods. Nobody here to judge us. This is so freaking good. Well, alright, you guys, what an amazing first day we had right here with Samong. As you guys saw, we harvested a beautiful turkey, which we enjoyed very much today by the fire. The sun's definitely down now. You guys, it's getting dark. We're pretty beat from today, so I think we're gonna hit the sack. We'll be up bright and early at first light tomorrow. We're gonna go back around and mosey on in the woods. As you can see, the tent's right behind me. We're just gonna clean up camp, make it nice and neat out here, and go to bed. Well, alright, you guys, I'm all tucked in inside my sleeping bag here, as you guys can see, so I'm going to hit the sack. It's definitely cooling off quite nicely. You guys can see my breath now. The weatherman says it's supposed to get down to 23 degrees tonight, so it should be a cold night, but we got layered up, so we should be good. See you guys bright and early. Good night.